Hello Virgo, Didici here with your July 2021 horoscope. Have a look at the map here. I've already got it running. I wanted to talk about the difficult aspect that is forming as the month starts between your ruling planet Mercury and Neptune here. Mercury is your career planet as well as your ruling planet, and Neptune has a lot to say about your relationship. So there's a bit of tension there, a bit of confusion as the month commences. Bit of a tough aspect there on the 5th with the Moon Uranus squaring this Venus Mars in the 12th house. Venus in the 12th house is a transit of luxury. The 12th house is also known as the house of bed pleasures. This is a period where some of you may literally want to just stay in bed. Even though Mars is there, this 12th house really pulls the energies back and redirects that drive and energy to an inner sort of understanding. Notice up here, the moon also makes a transit of this 10th house. A lot of career activity in the first week or so. And then, as the moon transits into this 11th house of friendships, you are going to see the new moon take place there, which obviously indicates a new spin on your social dynamic, introduction to new acquaintances. A little bit of obsession may take place there because you've got the opposition to Pluto there in your 5th house of love affairs. The 12th is interesting with the Moon and Venus and Mars, again accentuating that drive for inner understanding, getting a handle on your past, trying to figure out what it was in your past that has impacted the present and its current situation. The movement of Mercury to your 11th house around the 13th is pretty good. That again focalizes your attention on relationships of a social nature, humanitarian activities, social causes, environmental issues are all covered by this 11th house of your horoscope, Virgo. And so this brings a lot of satisfaction. When you've got the Sun and Mercury in this place, you can rest assured, notwithstanding the passionate movement of these two planets in the 12th house, that there will be some sort of fulfillment in your life at this time. And I dare say it may come through the mechanism of your social connections. That may be more pronounced as the moon came out of its new moon phase, and as it moves over here later in the month around the 24th to the full moon phase, where the issues of the 11th house, because it rules the 11th house, will come into full strength. That starts around the 20th while the moon is moving through your 4th house here, and that 4th house gives the moon strength directionally. In fact, this 4th house is a northern direction. You may find that friendships hail from that area. You may meet people from the north. North in terms of state, country, maybe even just a few streets away, who knows. But moon in that area is giving strength to the northern direction. 23rd, we see the movement of the sun through your 12th house. That brings everything down into a low-key state. You may want to hide from the world at that stage, perhaps because of all that socializing. There's the full moon. It's taking place in your 6th house of service. There can be some serious work or even some health issues that bother you at this time, because this 6th house has a relationship to the well-being of your self, your bodily well-being, your health, your diet, your day-to-day lifestyle. Also, that's going to be accentuated by this transit of Jupiter in its retrograde motion, moving back here right on the 29th and 30th, very last couple of days of the month. And Venus moves out of this 12th house. It's quite a complicated chart for you this month. This makes you popular, Venus here, although it is in the sign of Virgo, your sun sign. It's not the best position for Mars. That's activated again as Mars moves into your sun sign. So a lot of dynamic passion, whereas in the first part of the month, these two planets were activating the hidden side of your nature. when they move to the angle to your sun sign, that's going to be more visible. So for example, 12th house, you may be spending a lot of time making love. That's in the privacy of your bedroom. Whereas as they move into this first house, this is casting its influence on your 7th house of public relations. That's seducing the masses, maybe giving keynote speeches where you have to be seductive in terms of the way you present your aura. So that attractiveness shifts gear into a more public sort of forum for you. It's a great month for you. You have some deep spiritual significations here. The cautionary note here, I think, is on your health and well-being with this 6th house activated, and also the full moon taking place there after the 24th. So there it is. Pop on over to astrology.com.au, Virgo. You'll find more there. Lots of free stuff in the oracles. We've got the daily, monthly, this reading I've just done, the transcription of that, yearly readings. A lot of free oracles there that you can become your own psychic. And if you don't want to become your own psychic, you can drop me a note and I'll be your psychic. I'm always happy to answer your questions. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to come back next month. Bye.